Okay, so it is about 6 a.m. and I am currently putting off my scheduled run. So I thought, um, instead of doing what I'm supposed to do, I will refactor my engine. So, um, until I get the courage and energy to go for a run. So let's take a look at what we got here. So I run kind of at the same spot, but not really. I made a few changes. A few things that I wanted to actually clean up is the imports are kind of just all willy-nilly. Also, I want to go and see anywhere where I have like unnecessary classes that can be just like replaced by a function. I thought about putting the game scene in a class, but then I decided I kind of would like to go more of a C style rather than C++ style with that. Keep things simple and clean. So what I did for game scene, excuse me, actually didn't need that import. So yeah, all we have is a bunch of functions. So the reason I actually couldn't make it a class, because if we go to main, I was initializing the game scene here where create scene was, but in these callback functions, I needed to actually access it. So it's actually easier if I just have functions that I call instead of a class, because then I would have to like somehow put the class outside of the main function, which I could do, but again, we run into the issue of the shader needing to be initialized after glad, which happens here. So I would have to some way initialize that, give it to the scene, and it's easier if I just create the scene here and pass in the shader when I render. So that's all I did. So I want to actually go through some of my header files and see where some things can be changed, simplified, etc. So let's start with lighting. I actually have two types of lights. There's directional light and point light. So I was thinking, instead of this, I could actually, so I'm creating the lights in the game scene. So if I go there, no, not the header file, in the game.cpp file, game scene.cpp file, I'm creating directional lights and point lights and adding them to a couple, just I have the one directional light which represents the sun, and then I have a vector of 4 point lights. So I also have a hard code number of point lights. I don't know why I need that. Yeah, because I could just. It's because I have the point light positions in an array. So instead, I can do. Well, yeah. Why am I even doing this? Okay. So I think what I can do instead. First of all, yeah, why am I doing this? I don't even know why I'm doing this. Okay. Let's actually undo all that. So where I'm creating, I'm just gonna create a function called setup lighting. So let's do that. And create it in lighting.h. So let's say void setup light, and let's do a new light type. And direction, no, and point. Okay, so then we'll see. Type. So we'll just pass that in. We'll say setup light, and then so after that we need to actually add the light to the shader. Oh wait, and then we actually need the light position. So GLM back 3 position, and then all this other stuff pretty much hard coded. So we can just get rid of all this stuff, but I'm probably gonna want it somewhere else. So let's open up projects. So I'm just going to open that up over here, and then here, I'm gonna save and quit, and then open up. Okay, so wait, no, what am I doing? Okay, actually, I don't need that. So we're gonna actually go over here, and close that. Okay, I'm sorry. I actually am gonna leave this open. I actually do want to create a. I want to create a lighting.cpp. with an implementation. So we're gonna say void. Wait, now first we have to say include lighting. I spelled include wrong. Lighting.h. Then we're gonna say void set light. Okay. And then we're going to actually set up the light. So I think it's switch. On type. So, and then we just deploy, set up, directional light. Clarum. Okay, these need, the position. So for directional light, the position is actually going to be a direction. So direction. I don't know why I'm abbreviating direction and now position. You know what? Let's abbreviate direction too. Yes, I still have the cough. It's gonna go away soon, I promise. All right. Allergies are a B word. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take this stuff. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna give default values to this stuff. I don't know if those are the values I chose. Also, so we probably want to pass in the shader as well. Because that's how we had it like. Okay, so here. I also have to do it over here. Okay, so from here, let's see. Passing the direction. So I want to keep all of this stuff default. Oh, and okay, I know what's going on. All right, so I'd fix that later. Wait a minute. I actually do have to change something in shader. So let's actually save and quit that. So mm include. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, so we have to say instead we're going to say position. Okay, so think all this info should actually go into the shader. So we're just gonna actually honestly, I don't even need these. I think I just need to do shader dot set direction. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Alright, I'm gonna leave this stuff here because I need those numbers. But so I'm gonna open up a second terminal, and then share.cpp. So we're gonna change the add light to match other stuff. So we're gonna say LM 3 Alright, so this stuff is going to give me errors because one, I just have to make that position. And this stuff, I'm just going to hard code those values. Probably a better way to do this, but for now I'm just gonna again keep it very simple. Oh yeah, we gotta choose those too. And make sure these are vectors. Okay, and then I just gotta do the same thing I don't know if these are the correct numbers for directional light. I'm just gonna build and get my errors, and then we'll correct things from there. So, oh yeah, render scene is where we're doing that. Okay. So from here, so we gotta go to game scene. Yeah, so okay, so I'm using different numbers. Okay. Let's actually save and quit that. And then go to the shader. Update those numbers for this. So 0.05, that's the same. 0.4F, and that one is 0.5. Okay. And then we just have the position here. So don't need this vector point lights at all. So we just gotta say shader dot set point light. P light positions I. Yeah, okay. Why does this have to pop up? Okay, so go ahead and delete all this. Yeah, I think that's all the errors for now. So I'm gonna try to clean and build this. See what happens. Okay, we got an error. Okay. Yeah, how did I miss this? Okay, I think I just gotta delete these. Alright, let's try again. Got one more error. Update. Let's do this. Yeah, so I need to pass in the actual index of the point light. Okay, and then I'm actually setting it. I need to update that. Okay. One more error. Lighting CP pre-hook. Okay, so it builds successfully, but there is no lighting. So, All right, I need to get my run in, so I'm gonna come back later and troubleshoot this. Okay, it is quite a few hours later. I did get my run done. When I was on my run, this lady was walking a golden doodle and it was smiling at me. So I waved at it. I was like, hey. And then it started trying to kill me, started barking at me and trying to bite me. And that was scary. So I think I'm gonna call animal control. Anyway, just kidding. But yeah, that was frightening. But besides that, the run was good. I don't know if I mentioned I'm doing like this run program from that app Runna. And I am getting more used to running. I was slower today than I was yesterday, but actually did more running. Right now it's got me doing run walks. So like you run for 3 minutes, walk for 2 minutes. Yesterday was only 4 reps, today was 5. So I'm getting stronger. I think in a little bit I'm going to go to the gym, do a little charms, that's shoulders and arms. I saw that from a fitness influencer. And I thought it was cute. Anyway, the opengl. Yeah, opengl. So I actually did make some progress with refactoring. Honestly, nothing is different as far as the actual program. Yes, it's the same. Well, actually, there are some things different. I implemented face culling, so like if I go inside of here, you're not gonna actually see the inside of it. Basically just to like save processing. So I implemented that. I've actually been going through, I can't find it. I've been going through learnopengl.com and just like implementing some of the more advanced things, like face culling. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I put a script in my CMake file to copy all the resources into the build folder. That way I don't, the resources will always be in the same place relative to the build. I did a big refactor. I didn't feel like putting a descriptive commit message. So yeah, refactor lighting is what I did to this morning. Yeah, so for the refactor, I had a bunch of files, header files that had implementations in the headers, which caused me to have to import things in the headers. And that was getting a little messy, and also was causing things to be included twice. So what I did is every header file, I took the implementations out. As you can see, I deleted a lot of stuff out of the header files, a lot of includes, and then created new CPP files for every header. So camera, mesh, and model all have their own implementation files. And that allowed me to put those imports in the implementation, so it's not being imported in the header. So like the way includes work is it basically just copies and pastes all the code and puts it in the main file. So didn't want that. So it's only including things that it has to, that it needs access to in the headers. So that cleaned things up a lot, made it a lot easier to deal with. Yeah, this is not super interesting. I just put this this custom target and add it as a dependency to my main target. And all it does is copy the resources from the source code to the build directory. Yeah, and then the cold faces one. All you had to do was enable it, say what direction you want to cull, so clockwise, and then cull the front ones. So that's about it. Actually, I think I should, actually, I want to see if I remove the clockwise thing and just do it as counterclockwise, because I think that's the default. And then, and say back. That should actually be the same. Save one line of code. It really does not matter, but yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, yeah, default is counterclockwise. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna explain that. Just look up winding order if you want to know what the heck I'm talking about. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. And I think I'm just gonna leave in that whole coding session from earlier in the video, and this video will be like 40 fucking minutes, but hopefully you guys want to watch it. I'm gonna obviously fast forward the part where I'm just compiling code, but anyway, I'm gonna head to the gym. I'm on so many drugs right now. I took some Tylenol because my foot hurts. I took some Zyrtec because my allergies. I sprayed Flonase up my nose. I'm about to drink a Celsius. What else? Also, I'm preparing for the gym by watching a very long vlog. Would you guys like it if my vlogs were an hour long? Please say yes. Okay, here I am warming up my shoulders. Usually I don't show the warm-ups, but it is very important. I suffer from a lot of shoulder pain, so I thought I'd throw that in this time since I do it. Yeah, as a recovering gym bro, I sometimes will skip the warm-up, but lately I've been doing that less and less, and I encourage you to never do it. It is bad. Also, I was thinking, like, if someone was like, would you rather be lean beef patty or the Primogen? Or would you rather be the Cherno or Sam Sulik? What I'm saying is, would I rather be a programming YouTuber or a gym influencer? 1,000% gym influencer. I would, like, it's not even close. But no one's watching me for that. So I'm just going to continue to Trojan horse my workouts into the videos. So y'all just going to have to deal with it. Yeah, here's another warm-up. I believe I don't know if I filmed it, but I also did some arm circles. It might be right after this. Who knows? Yeah, I am pretty diligent about warming up my shoulders. Other things, not so much, to be honest. I probably could warm up my legs more, but also my legs are always hot because I'm thick. Several C's in there, so I don't really have to warm those up as much. But if your legs are not always hot, you should definitely do a leg warm up on the treadmill, like 5 minutes walking or Stairmaster, and then do some leg swings, maybe some body weight squats, etc. Yeah, but here I'm doing overhead press. This is supposed to be a warm-up, but it ended up being kind of hard. And then I did super ROM lateral raises. These cook the hell out of my shoulders. Only doing like 10 pounds here, and you can see the pain on my face. I'm not happy. I did 3 sets of 10 and barely made it to 10 each time. Look at it. Look at the pain. Oh my god. Oh my god. Someone help. He needs some milk. Okay. Yeah, those suck, but they're very good for the shoulders. Next, I did some hammer curls with the cable. These are pretty self-explanatory. I try to focus on getting a good contraction on these ones and not so much worry about the stretch at the bottom, because it's kind of hard to get that with this one. I'm kind of just like trying to get like a lot of blood pumping into the muscle on this exercise. The next exercise is more focused on the stretch. So yeah, incline, dumbbell curls. This one you can get the really good stretch at the bottom. So I tend to do these back to back. One to get the muscles kind of pumped, and then the second one to get a good stretch, because as Mr. Jeff Nipple says, the stretch is the most important part of the movement. And then here I'm doing tricep extensions, and look at how much I'm shaking. The reason is because I thought I was doing 40 pounds, but I was accidentally doing 50. So this was very hard for me. The next 2 sets I did 40 pounds, which I was still shaking a little bit. Probably because I was already cooked, but this was a big struggle. Good God. I was like, damn. Yeah, almost pulled me back. Like that video of that person taking out the trash in an army uniform, and they throw it over their back and they fall on their back. Maybe I'll edit that in. But anyway, I did this tricep extension from a different angle. This one I did 50 pounds because it's a little bit easier than the other one. And for this one too, I did a drop set. So I did 10 reps at 50 pounds and then 20 reps at 20. And then the last 2 sets I did 10 reps at 50 and then 10 reps at 30 pounds. It was cooking the hell out of me, as you can see on my face. I'm unhappy. Why do I do this to myself? Get me some damn milk. And here's a little pump check at the end. Thank you for watching. I will be back with more OpenGL.